Want to take a closer look now at how congressional turmoil in the US may actually impact aid for Ukraine. Timothy Milanov joins me now from Ukraine's capital. He's the president of the Kyiv School of Economics and has also served as Minister of Economic Development and Trade of Ukraine, a well-known face here on the show. Timothy, great to have you back on the show. Let me ask you really the question that I've been posing to my guests and I put to Fred. I mean, how concerned is Ukraine about a blockade of Ukrainian aid?
Very. The U.S. is our strongest ally, which over the course of the war has contributed the largest amount of aid in military and also economic support. And this is what makes Ukraine resilient. Of course, the EU and other allies have given quite a lot, but the U.S. is a clear leader here. And so delays create uncertainty.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about delay, because obviously we just heard from one of the candidates for Speaker of the House, Jim Jordan, who says he would oppose an aid package for Ukraine. So what would no further aid or delay for Ukraine mean for your counteroffensive here, Timothy?
Well, you know, what is painful for me to hear and listen to is this argument that this is not good use of money for the U.S. You know, supporting Ukraine is actually in the interest of the United States. And it's just, you know, Russia is the enemy in the doctrine. U.S. uses $800 billion in defense budget annually, and Ukraine is a tiny fraction of it, has been able to stop the Russian aggression. So, but what would it mean if this aid is not forthcoming? Well, the cities will not be defended. Air defense will not be there. Civilians will die. Russia will have more time to dig in and make it difficult for Ukraine to get its territory back. Russia will have more time to torture civilians and commit all kinds of war crimes on occupied territories. And the list goes on.
Would this then be a win for President Putin, Timothy?
Temporarily, I believe. In the end, I think it's the will of Ukrainian people which will determine the end of this conflict, of this war. Ukrainians don't have a choice. If we want to exist as a nation, we have to continue, whether with help of the United States or without. But admittedly, it would be very, very difficult.
Let me ask you then this, Timothy. Do you believe that Republicans are playing politics with Ukraine?
I believe Republicans are playing politics. And it's, first of all, domestic politics. And in some sense, we're a victim or collateral of that politics. And it's very unfortunate that it has become that way. But yes, Ukraine is a part of domestic political discourse, although it's not the primary reason.